Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another weekly forecast. And just before we get started, I'm going to quickly make a shout out to my free channel, which I'm running. The links are in the description. So I've got a free channel, as you can see here. Last week was amazing. I did send an NFP trade last week, and we got Michael just sharing his forecast, which is great. I'll be sure to watch that soon. But on Friday, I managed to share this amazing trade. I wanted to share this with you guys, right? Where I expected price to start pulling back after 1950 was broken. I did send this in the VIP, as you can see above. And then I mentioned whoever is brave enough can take a buy, right? And this is only for the brave people, right? Because it's NFP, number one. A lot of people are scared trading NFP. Number two, price was actually falling very hard towards towards our stop loss. I did extend this stop loss to 1940, but once price came within this buy zone, right, I did start adding my buys because I knew that price broke this high here, right? Anyone who entered over here straight away would have been in about 60, 70 pips drawdown, right? Actually around 100 pips drawdown. This is why we wait for the retest, right, to get the best entry as we can. As you can see, it did enter one of my buy zones, so I did take a buy at this low here and then took another area right when I sent the signal. This drawdown actually happened before I sent the signal to buy, so you guys wouldn't have been in this drawdown. We waited, we had a little patience, and then in about 5 minutes price rejected and came back up to 1946, and then I sent the buy signal, which then gave us a nice sniper entry in about 60 pips profit as soon as you can see here, just like that, 60 pips, take your partials and secure your trade. And what ended up happening is we left it for at least an hour. So it's now 4 p.m. So the trade was executed at 3. And you can see from there, ever since we entered from that buy zone, price is now at 100 pips and still traveling. And then I did send this little poll out saying who was brave enough to take the buy. Let's see how many people did, if you can. Oh, it's not working. But anyway, out of 138 votes, 60% took the buy, which is great. And this is all on the free channel again. And you can see exactly what happened. 230 pips profit on one trade from 1947 to 1970, around about a total of 6.5% gained. And this was just after I watched Batman. So I came out the cinema and see take profit get hit right on market close, which is fantastic. And that was just a free trade, which I sent on the free channel. And then we have our VIP, which I also have a bot, which you can access, where we managed to gain a total of 12% last week. So very fantastic week. And as you can see, look how many trades we only took. We only took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 trades, right? But a total of 12%, which is amazing. It's all about quality over quantity. And I always say that time and time again. No need to force yourself in the market to catch small amount of pips. You can if you are a scalper. But me, I'm not like that. I like to catch, have the risk to a minimum. You can see these lot sizes, but look at the gains. Okay, absolutely fantastic stuff. So all the links will be in the description, right? And enough further ado, let's go straight into the forecast. Okay, so what's been happening on gold? Let's quickly start off with what we were expecting last week. So price was at this area here. Okay, and then we expected for price to do something like this, come into this area and then push back up to the upside, but we didn't get that. Okay, as soon as price didn't push below, let's drop down. Actually, no, this is all right time frame. As soon as price didn't drop below this low here, right, and then price decided to make a new high around about this area, right? This is when I knew that, okay, price is starting to turn around here, which means that we might not actually even get the move down to the bottom. So this is where we started to react to the market, right? And start getting into some buy positions. And we did take a buy position at this area here after price retested. And you can see a resistance, which is turned into a support, pushed price up. Basic price action shows bullish market structure still. And yeah, was amazing stuff. So forecast last week, amazing. Pretty much got to the point. So we did end up going, pushing back up towards this area here. We got a few sell positions that we managed to get in. But overall, 1970 was still achieved. Right, now this week, what are we expecting? So if I just quickly go into the weekly candle, I want to show you something. You can see it on this weekly candle that we had, right, at the last, basically the last week of Feb. There was no wicks below, and no wicks above, which shows that price, as soon as price closed from the previous candle, there might have been a small slight wick that you might be able to get, but it's nothing significant. So this shows that as soon as profit was taken from the 14th, from the 21st of Feb weekly candle, this shows that buyers immediately entered back in, shows that buyers are still in strength at the moment. So gold is still strong and it's still pushing towards the upside. So our next week outlook is to see for more bullish moves, right? So we first need to find out some resistance areas. Key level, we're at 1970 now. We definitely have to have that 2000 level in in mind, because 2000 very big institutional number, and so I'm sure it will cause some sort of resistance holding price down. And we have some highs over here, which if we drop down to the daily, we might be able to see. There we go. So we have this high here, which is at 2000, which I'm sure we have a nice bit of room to play in this area. We took out these equal highs around here when we reached 75. And now I'm sure price should push above 75 to collect some or more of that liquidity within this area here. So if you drop down to the 4 hour, what would I be expecting? So you can still see price is very bullish at this area. You can see price is still following a nice uptrend. When price retraces in a grind sort of fashion, you can see when price, continuously just does this, you need to, slow down on the sells, because, price, if price wanted to sell off, it would have done so when it reached the highest part over here, 1750, right? It did have a little correction around about $40, but then price continuously recovered and then pushed back up towards 1970, right? So this is where I was focusing on our buys, because buys are the best probability at the moment for when placing trades. And you can see this is similar to the sort of move that happened down over here. When FOMC occurred, you can see there was a profit taken, there was a healthy correction, and then price just went back up in its sort of grind mode fashion, had a little sort of pull back here right within a sell zone. So we're still making some profit at the sells, but you want to be in the sells for less amounts, less time than you are in a buys, because buys are still the way to go. Then we did have the unfortunate news about the war, which pushed price up, and that's when the bullish market structure continued for the breakout, and up we are going. So I'd start being a little more careful on the buys here. The war is still going on. The NFP didn't do anything to gold, right? It only pushed the price down a little bit. You can see prices around about this area when NFP was going on. I was only waiting. I wasn't trading. I mentioned if price is still below 1950, I'm not trading NFP. I want price to close above 1950, pull back, and that's only when I'm entering. And you can see patience paid off there. We managed to get a perfect entry and the best possible entry, because a lot of people were in this area here in trades, right? You don't want to be in trades when it's consolidating. The reason for that is number one, you're going to be stressed out your mind. How come take profits not getting hit? You guys want to be in and out as quick as possible. Okay. Right. So the only best way to do that is to, according to my strategy and my plan, I tend to enter when the banks tend to enter, right? We tend to enter at the best possible time and also at the best possible price to get the best risk to reward and the quickest, well, not always the quickest, but usually most of the time our trades go into profit very quickly. And, we get that nice impulse move that we wanted. Look, you can see here in 5 hours, managed to catch around about 250 to 300 pips, which is amazing. Okay. So enough about that. I'm just trying to keep, add some lessons to these videos, to these forecast videos, because I know a lot of people, watch these forecast videos and just, it's good to actually learn something from them rather than just looking for what's going to happen next week, because you always want to keep improving every week. Right. So 1950 is my support. Okay. So what I'll be expecting on the 4 hour time frame is something like this. So price could push up. We don't know where the market will open on tomorrow. So we need to kind of just look at the chart, what it says at this moment, and then just analyze it based off that. The main thing what you have to do is you want to react to the market, what it does. Okay, so maybe this whole forecast might be invalidated by Monday's open, by Tuesday, but we still will update you guys on the VIP as well, so you guys can react to the market as well. So I'll be expecting this price could push above this area here, collect the liquidity, collect some buy stops who are people who are waiting for a breakout. the price could just initially start correcting, come back towards this 1915 area. I'm sure this should play for some area of distribution, accumulation, and it's retesting this trend line, which then could send price higher towards 2000 level. At this moment, I'm sure price should start correcting as well. We could get a healthy correction, but I think that this will only happen once the fundamentals start to shift as well. Like you say, the war starts to slow down, Putin withdraws his troops. I'm definitely sure we will get a very big correction back down to the downside, collecting all of this liquidity. There's stops placed on all of this area. You just got to, there's definitely, let me get a pencil. There's definitely stops below all of these, right? Plenty of liquidity here. I'm sure if we do get that correction, it'll be very swift to the downside. So be careful. Okay. Always risk what you want to lose, right? So it won't affect your trading. It won't affect your account, and it won't basically kick you out the game before gold even makes its bull run towards 3000. Okay. So that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this forecast. Be sure to check out the free channel in the description if you enjoyed the way I teach, the way I even share my analysis. Be sure to even subscribe if you want to see more videos. I've just started another funded account, which I'll be making video on as well. So hopefully wish me luck that I can get past this funded account as well. So yeah, it's been Elite Empire FX. Peace out.